Well, hello, folks out there in YouTube land. Got a big show lined up for you. Let's get right on into it. All right, yeah, Nick Saban's not happy with what he's seen at Alabama. All kinds of issues. He's a little bit concerned, and he's being vocal about it, and I can't hardly blame him. It's not the Alabama Crimson Tide that's been there for 15 years under Nick Saban.
Obviously.
But let's get into this, and I'll let you hear this for yourself.
I saw a little bit of complacency, almost even arrogance after the Georgia win, and you know that creates a blatant disregard for doing what's right, preparing-wise, ready to play with the kind of balance you need psychologically to be able to compete at a high level. Yeah. And you got to respect every opponent. But I really do think that the thing I always preach to our team was it's all about what you do. It's all about how you prepare, and nothing that you've done in the past is ever going to impact what happens in the future. So that's just a learning experience that you have to take with you so that you can improve. But the big thing in the game to me was 12 of 18 Vanderbilt on third down conversions. I mean, you cannot play anybody in the country and let them keep the ball that much. I mean, 30% of third down conversions would be like pretty good. Right. 67%? Give me a...
Yeah, that's not the Alabama Nick knows, so he's not real happy, and I can understand it. Look, this is a team that's won at a super high level, and they're struggling right now. Now, they're getting ready to play the Vols, and, of course, we're struggling as well with our offense. We're not scoring like we typically do in a Josh Heupel offense, but you've got two teams that are kind of struggling right now. Alabama, they almost lost to South Carolina, which I was very surprised by that. And that was at Alabama. Everybody thought that they were just going to kick the crap out of South Carolina. They were a 21-point favorite. They won by 2. And that game could have absolutely ended up with a field goal for a victory. I watched a couple of videos about it, and, man, I'm telling you, they had some guys wide open at the 40 that could have got down into the mid-30s there with, I believe it was 19 seconds left, could have kicked a field goal, or at least had a chance at one anyway. So they've really struggled. They, losing to Vanderbilt, which is a lot of that's Diego Pavia. And I've told you folks, he's like Superman out there. I mean, he literally puts Vanderbilt on his shoulders and carries them. And here's the thing about the quarterback play. When you play like he does inspirationally and getting his team fired up, everybody gets better because they know it's like, God, if we could just stay close, Diego can win this for us. Whereas if you got a crap quarterback, which they usually do at Vanderbilt, they're like, it doesn't matter what we do. We're going to screw up and lose anyway. That makes a big difference. So Alabama comes into this game. They're concerned about their defense big time. And Tennessee's worried about their offense big time. So this ought to be a heck of a ball game. One other thing that kind of surprised me too, you would never see this on a Nick Saban coached football program. Watch this. Yeah, a player kicking the football at the end, getting a 15-yard penalty. That's another thing. And over there, he was kind of throwing a fit. At the end of the game, he was really upset. That's Malachi Moore. Very good player, by the way. This is a team that doesn't have the discipline that everybody's used to watching with the Crimson Tide. So, to me, the most important thing for Tennessee to do is to get off to a good start. Don't make mistakes like you did against Florida. Don't fumble the ball in the first series when you're driving, getting ready to score a touchdown. And let the crowd really get involved because Alabama has a great quarterback. Jalen Milroe's playing terrific. He might end up winning the Heisman, but he is beatable, and so is Alabama. So this should be a great ball game. But if Tennessee could get ahead, I swear I think the Alabama players might start pointing fingers at each other, which would be extremely interesting and probably super helpful for the Vols because once that crowd gets to screaming and yelling and playing Rocky Top every 5 seconds, which Alabama has been playing Rocky Top live as loud as they can during practice and in their training room. So they're so sick and tired of hearing Rocky Top. Well, you're getting ready to get about 3 hours of it here coming up Saturday at 3:30. Should be a pretty wild ball game. I'm looking forward to it.
Don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide, baby.
Don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide.
I love America and I love the Tide, baby.
Tide, go get them. Tide, go take them down.
But anyway, I thought you'd find that pretty interesting that Nick Saban, he's questioning it. He's definitely seeing some differences there. So we'll see what happens, but should be a fun day. And if you like this content, be sure to hit that like button. Let's remember to continue to cover all these big college sports stories. And right over here is a subscribe button. Hit this little button. Won't cost you a dime, and it helps me out. And right over here is the most recent video. YouTube thinks you'll enjoy. And we'll see you next time on Sports Talk Jay.